Good morning, everyone. Welcome into the Lotus Energy Forecast. Today is Sunday, July 19th, or as I like to lovingly refer to it as World Cup Day. Where's my bell when I need one? Today is the World Cup, guys. Are you guys excited? Who are we rooting for? I actually had a panic attack this morning because I am absolutely rooting for Argentina, Messi, South America all the way, and I didn't wash my jersey. So it's actually in the dryer right now. And it has literally an hour and 15 minutes to dry before kickoff. So let's pray for that. Let's all pray for Uma's jersey to make it to the game. But I hope you guys are watching the World Cup. We are finally at the end. Today is the final at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Argentina takes on Spain. Before we get into our daily energy forecast, I want to say something significant about what's happening today because I do numerology, and in numerology, we pay attention to the numbers. Well, here's some numbers for you to consider. Today is the 19th. In Spain, there is the youngest player, Molino Mal, I believe is his name. I might be messing it up. Molino Mal. He is 19 years old. And on Argentina, there is the famous Messi. This is his last year, as he says, of playing football. So we're hoping that he takes the cup, he wins, because wouldn't that be a great way to end his career with winning another World Cup? But the funny thing about it is 19 years ago, there was a photo shoot that Messi was invited to. I believe he was 19 years old or 20. I can't recall, but he was asked to a photo shoot. It was this charity thing, and he had to bathe a baby in a bathtub. And if you're on TikTok, you probably know what I'm talking about. Come to find out, he was actually giving a bath to the baby, Molino Mal. So there's a lot of significance today, right? Today's the 19th. Molino Mal is 19 years ago, right? We had Messi giving him a bath for a photo shoot. I personally feel with the World Cup, it's the changing of the guard, as some people like to say, being that it's arguably understandable that Messi is one of the greatest, if not the greatest all-time football players, and he's retiring. And this new kid, this young kid, Molino Mar, is coming in, and he's like causing quite the sensation. So, for those of you that are not so interested in, football, but interested in this storyline, you might want to check it out. It's going to be happening today at 3 p.m. So let's roll right into the astrology transit for today. And of course, if you guys are watching me live on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, or TikTok, please feel free to say hello like Nicole did, and you will get your affirmation of the day. So Nicole said, hi. Affirmation is, only love is real. Whenever you're afraid, remember this, only love is real. Let love bless you, guide you, and inspire you, because only love is real. That is how we do the affirmations. All right. Divine Shadow. Thank you. I am willing to love myself. Look in the mirror and say to yourself, I love you. I really love you. Don't be shy. It's just another way of saying life loves you. Now, you guys might be wondering, why am I doing affirmations live for like the recording and for everybody watching live? Because I feel sometimes when someone else is getting a message, sometimes that's a message for ourselves, So don't tune out when you hear me giving affirmations to anybody who says hello. Listen in. There might be a message there for you. All right. So today, Sunday, July 19th, the cosmic weather is shifting from a purely task-oriented focus to a day packed with massive creative inspiration, long-term vision, and an incredible alignment of good fortune. The heavy restrictive Saturn feelings from yesterday are melting away, making way for a very magical Sunday. So the headliner today is there's a Jupiter trine Neptune, which really means today is a magic and manifestation day. All right. It brings one of the most beautiful and supportive cosmic aspects of the entire summer. Jupiter is the planet of luck, growth, and big vision, and it's paired with Neptune, the planet of dreams, intuition, and imagination. So the vibe today, pure flowing inspiration. Jupiter expands whatever it touches, and Neptune elevates our highest ideals. So if you have a business, a brand, or a creative project, today's the day where the big picture ideas can come flooding in. It's a powerhouse day for manifestation, visualizing your future and trusting that your hard work is building towards a grand design. So, how do you use the energy of today? Spend a little time today daydreaming with a purpose. Write down your ultimate goals, brainstorm content ideas, or just allow yourself to look at the future with radical optimism. The universe is saying, think bigger. And then we have an anchor, Mars sextile Saturn. While your mind is dreaming big, Mars, which is your energy, forms a supportive angle to Saturn. And Saturn is the ruler of discipline and structure. Remember, Saturn is the planet that rules Capricorn. And we know how Capricorns are. So the vibe, yesterday, Saturn felt like a roadblock, but today it feels like a helper. This alignment gives you a steady, grounded stamina. It's not a day for frenetic rushing or stressful grinding, but rather a slow, smooth, heavily effective cruise control kind of day. If you have to do a lot of work or chores today, you'll find that you get into a groove. It will be done easily. Okay. It's the perfect energy for executing planned projects with maturity, patience, and zero trauma. Okay. So, Moon also enters balanced territory. As the day unfolds, the moon wraps up its strict hypercritical transit through Virgo and moves into cooperative harmony seeking Libra. Okay. So today you'll feel like a collective exhale. The urge to overanalyze or criticize small flaws fades out, replaced by a desire for beauty, balance, and good vibes. Lean into connection today. It's a great afternoon or evening for relaxing with loved ones, enjoying an aesthetically pleasing environment, or indulging in some much needed self care. Let go of the need to have everything perfectly fixed and just enjoy the flow. Yes, Divine said, I feel great today. And I'm like, I feel great today as well. Hi, me only, welcome in. Thank you for joining my fan club. So, the global undercurrent for today is it's a rare marker of collective realignment and rebuilding. On a personal level, it signals a quiet, deep inner shift where a messy or chaotic chapter of life is naturally coming to a close, and a solid new foundation is gently locking into place. All right. So, the takeaway for today's energy, welcome in, guys. We're doing the Daily Energy Podcast. Today is a gift. Let yourself dream, trust the steady pace of your growth, and protect your peace. The cosmic current is flowing right with you. All right. So that's it. Who's been feeling this like magical energy? Right. Thank you so much. Who's been feeling this magical energy? Like, I was literally just saying this to my man this morning. I'm like, I just feel like the worst of the worst is over as we turn this curve. You guys know I've been going through this whole breast cancer surgeries, did 3 surgeries, got 2 more to go. The next one coming up in a couple of weeks. But I feel like I found my groove with it. You know, before it was like, oh my gosh, I'm just tired, I'm exhausted. But like I was just telling him today, and I think that's because of the Jupiter coming in today. That Jupiter energy is expansive. I mean, I love Jupiter energy, but you know, it can expand your waistline. So just be aware of that, guys. Watch the sweets, but it can also expand your money as well. Thank you, Alyssa. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Melanie. I had some Reiki yesterday. Isn't that amazing? I had a lymphatic drainage massage yesterday. Have you guys had lymphatic drainage? So I started getting into it because I am a licensed massage therapist and I wanted to start offering that at my center. But I didn't know, like I heard about it. It's good for like draining you. And they say like women, especially over 40, we start to hold like a lot of, it's not necessarily that we're overweight, we're fat. It's like we have a lot of puffiness, bloating, stuff like that, like because our lymph system is beginning to slow down, you know? And people are like, oh, you should really try lymphatic drainage. So I had it one time. And when I tell you my face, like you guys can see, like from yesterday, my face got like smaller, like everything just started to kind of like just drain out. I was going to the bathroom a lot. Yeah. And being stressed for sure. So, especially with my cancer journey, I was like, you know what? I'm going to try to get like a lymphatic drainage massage once every 2 weeks, to just kind of keep that going. And I think I'm going to learn it and offer it at my center. If you've never, as a woman, especially women over 40, if you've never had a lymphatic drainage massage, I recommend you try it. At least try it one time. First of all, it's very light touch and you feel things moving in your body. K2P2, thank you. So I would really recommend you guys to try that out. All right. Are we ready to get the zodiac messages for today? Welcome in, guys. My name is Uma. I am the CEO of the Lotus and Light Metaphysical Center located in Northern Virginia. We use this podcast every morning to get you guys ready for the day and to give you a message for your zodiac sign. So, what we need everybody to do right now is put in the comments what your zodiac sign is, and then we're going to see which group we start with. Okay. So are we starting with the fire signs, earth signs, water signs, or air signs? Aries, Taurus. Okay, so we'll start with Aries. We're going to start with the fire signs, and then we're going to go to the earth signs. So let's get in there with the fire signs. All right, here we go. Aries, your message today, 10 of Pentacles. This is such a great card. The 10 of Pentacles is like a happy family, but it's less about like emotions. Like the 10 of Cups is about emotions. The happy family of 10 of Pentacles is happy financial stability, right? So like generational wealth. So I feel like this is a message to you, Aries, that you are coming into a place where you're getting ready to make generational wealth, or you're beginning to like pool your money that you may be able to invest in something. So good news on the financial front. And I also feel like it's family oriented, or your mindset is becoming more family oriented. So that is the message for Aries. Leo, you got 5 of Wands. That is conflict. Just be careful, Leo. There may be somebody fighting you, or you might be fighting yourself. I don't know, but Mercury retrograde is still here until next week, right? So I would say, Leo, just try to be aware of your energy today. Don't try to fight with other people. Don't resist what your inner calling is telling you. There's some sort of conflict here for you, and your spirit guides are saying, take a chill pill on this one, right? Remember, Leo, that we are still in a Mercury retrograde and people are feisty. All right, Sagittarius, your message is Knight of Cups. Aw, I'm a Sag rising, so I always take the Sag message. Knight of Cups is an offer of love, romanticism. There's somebody who feels very romantic about you, Sagittarius, and they're about to show you today. Sorry, just so Knight of Cups is a great card, because like the Knight of Cups is that person that brings the relationship to the next level. It could be a proposal. It could be like, a wet, like it's love. It's romantic love. So Sag, you can look out for some romanticism today. If you have a partner, they might be doing something special for you. If you're single, you might meet somebody that gives you those butterfly feelings. All right, Sag? So have a good day with your significant other. Yep, I'm Capricorn. So we're going right to the earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Let's see what our Capricorns have for today. 8 of Swords, get out of your mindset. Capricorn, didn't we have this yesterday too? Capricorn, this is an illusion of feeling trapped. It's not real. Listen, as a fellow Capricorn, I understand this message too well, because going through like your whole medical journey and stuff like that, you begin to feel like helpless, like I want to go to work. I want to work the way I used to work, because us Capricorns, we can work. But 8 of Swords is saying whatever feelings of being trapped that you have, they're illusions. Pay attention to the feelings that you have. All right. Get out of your mindset, Capricorn. Get out of, that's what my boyfriend tells me. He'll be like, because sometimes I have like anxiety and I'll be like, if we're taking a trip, and I'm like, what if this happens? And what if that happens? And we should leave early. And people are like, get out of your mind, get out of your thoughts. It'll be fine. Everything will be fine. Right, Yvonne? Thank you. So today, Capricorn, get out of your thoughts. Pay attention to what's real and not what you feel is going on around you. That's so true. All right, Taurus, your message is Page of Pentacles. This is a good news on the career front, the money front. Pentacles has to do with your career, your money. You might have an offer of money coming in. You might be thinking about changing your job. Something good is coming to you. There's a message here about your money, your finances, and your career. So I would say if you've been having thoughts about like anything about that, pay attention to them. It feels like you're about to shift, but shift in a positive way. All right. And finally, Virgo, Virgo for the earth signs. Oh, we got the devil card. Oops. Devil card means temptations or addictions. Virgo, you're being asked today, what are your addictions and what can you address? Now, sometimes people think addictions like rugs, right? We can't say the word on here, but some people take like addictions like it has to be rugs. Not necessarily. You can have a sugar addiction. You could have addiction to scrolling. You could have there's so many addictions, right? So today you want to be aware that you might have an addiction and you want to pay attention to that. Now, for some Virgos, if you're in a relationship, you want to be aware of this card because this card talks about a third party or something, an affair or something else going on. So for a few of you Virgos, there might be something else going on concerning that relationship. All right, we did the fire signs, we did the earth signs. Let's go to the water signs, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. So Pisces, you got the Justice card. All wrongs will be made right. Okay, all wrongs will be made right. So the Justice card has to do with karma. And I feel Pisces like you have been on the short end of the stick is what we would say, right? Like things have been happening to you and you have like no control over it, karma being served. But the thing is like now the tables have turned and I feel like things will move in your favor. Some Pisces out there have like a legal decision that will be made in their favor. And some Pisces out there are just waiting on a decision and it will be made in your favor. All right. So that is for Pisces. Thank you, Eli, Amber. Thank you so much. Then we have Cancer. Cancer, you got Page of Cups. You also, like the Knight of Cups, you also got an offer of love coming in today. So Cancer, pay attention to who you talk to today. There's somebody like a little secret admirer, somebody that's interested in you. Pay attention to what's going on today because I feel like you're gearing up to be in a relationship. Now, for the Cancerians that are already in a relationship, Kira said that is incredibly accurate. Thank you. You're so welcome. The Page of Cups, some of you that are in a relationship, you will kind of like the Sagittarius, you guys will have like a romantic day today. Your person will do something nice for you. All right. And Scorpio, we have Knight of Pentacles. Today is a day to just get down and do it. Slow and steady wins the race. The Knight of Pentacles, it's not like a flashy card. It's like, I'm on my way to success, but people don't talk about the days that you still show up and you still got to do what you got to do without all the glitz and the glamour and stuff like that, right? So the Knight of Pentacles is like doing your chores, doing your routine, doing the things that you have to do so that way it can work out in your favor. So today is a day for just like attending to your daily chores, your habits, your things like that, that is leading you somewhere. All right. That is the message for Scorpio. All right. Finally, let's end with our air signs. We have Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. All right. Let's see. Aquarius, your message is Six of Swords. I love this card for Aquarius. You're moving on from hard times, Aquarius. So Six of Swords comes after the Five of Swords. That was where you had a lot of challenge, a lot of conflict with people. Six of Swords is you're moving to a better place. Now, if some of you are taking a trip, right? Remember, this is a general message. So some Aquarius, if you're thinking today about taking a trip, go for it. All right. Six of Swords is a good card about taking a trip, preferably to the beach or by the water. For some of you, it's just you're moving on from difficult times. So you can rejoice in that. Gemini, your message today is five. You see, the Five of Swords. I just talked about it. So, Gemini, you're in the conflict stage, right? You're either fighting yourself or you're fighting other people. But the idea with the Five of Swords is that there is something here going on that you're not seeing. There might be deception. There might be a lot more other things going on. Your spirit guides are saying, pay attention. All right. And if you're the cause of the conflict, Gemini, no shade, but Gemini, if you're the cause of the conflict, Gemini, just own up to it. Make your apologies and try to maintain the peace. Remember, we're all still in a Mercury retrograde. Kesha, thank you. We're all still in a Mercury retrograde, so you want to be aware of that. And finally, Libra, your message today is the King of Swords. We love Libra in their sword energy. This is so my man. I'm telling you guys, like he's such this person. King of Swords is somebody who's analytical, logical. It's not about emotions. It's about what makes sense, right? So Libras, you guys are, I'm proud of you guys. You guys are not being taken by the Mercury retrograde. You're doing your thing. You're like, I'm staying logical. I'm staying away from emotional. I'm looking at things from a logical point of view. So today, if there's some Libras out there that are being challenged emotionally, the message is stay true to your form, which is analyze, think, process. These are all strong air qualities, right? And you will get through this day. But I feel for most Libras, you guys are doing that. It's just a reminder that you are a leader amongst people because you know how to control your thoughts. All right. That is the message for all the zodiac signs today, Sunday, July 19th. Yo, big shout out to myself because today makes 5 days. I've started this podcast and I have showed up here every single day. So we're going to give Uma her flowers. I want to thank you guys for showing up. TikTok, you guys hang around. We're going to get to your readings right now. Everybody else, YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, if you guys want to come over to Facebook, to TikTok, my name is Uma B111. I'm going to be live for another hour doing readings here. All right. Thank you guys so much for coming. I hope that you enjoyed your morning daily energy forecast with me and it brought you some great information to start your day. Have a great day, guys.